Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having an awesome time at Birdeye View. My name is Deepak Bahree, and I'm the CMO of Birdeye. Now I want to take you on a magical journey of how BirdAI is going to change the very fabric of digital customer experience for each one of us. In yesterday's keynote session, Naveen really delved into how we have built this platform, the BirdAI platform, after 10 years of investing heavily into groundbreaking technologies like machine learning, like NLP, and like AI. So this has always been at the core of our platform. And what really changed at the beginning of this year is when generative AI came and it rose to huge prominence, we talked to our R&D teams, we talked to our product teams, our data scientists, and we asked them, go deeper into our platform to see where should we integrate the two. What are those sync points? The second thing that we asked them is to go broad. There were so many different platforms that were out there, and we wanted to make sure that we bring the best in breed solution for our customer. That's precisely what they did. And last but not the least, we relied on a secret sauce, which a lot of companies, our peers, cannot claim. We have 100,000 customers, and we relied on their feedback. We reached out to many of you in the audience today. We talked to you about what are the things that you want to enable, what are the use cases you want to enable in your local businesses, in your local brands, to benefit from these Gen AI tools. And we got some really robust feedback, which essentially said there are tons and tons of different use cases that you wanted to enable. With all of that information, we built our BirdAI platform, which stands on 5 different tenets. The first is AI everywhere. You will see in the demo that our solution goes to every aspect of our platform. We have built the platform secure, which is the second most important pillar of our platform. We want to make sure that your data remains your own. The third thing, which was, like I said, extremely critical for us, was being best of breed. There are so many tools, so many models. We wanted to bring the best to you so that you don't have to worry about it. The next one is contextualize. Because we have information about you, about your company, about your industry, we are able to bring all of them together in a very cohesive contextual experience, which a normal chat GPT cannot do. Not that it's not intelligent, it does not have the benefit of having all of that contextual information readily available. And last but not the least is the human controlled element. You will see in the demo that every aspect of our platform, of our BirdAI platform, puts you in the driver's seat. You control what goes in and what goes out. And that is critical for us because a lot of these models are still evolving. And we want to make sure that whatever goes out has an imprint of your brand, your voice. If you think about all of the AI features that I will be announcing later in the session, I can bucket them into 4 different categories. The first bucket is around generate. This is where we are creating new content. This is a productivity play. How can we make sure that you can become 2x more productive, 5x more productive? What about 10x more productive? That's what our solution enables because it allows you to create content on the fly using all of the contextual information that I talked about earlier. The second aspect of it is enhance. You've created the content, but you're having a writer's block. You don't know how to change the tone of it. You don't know how to change the language of it. You want to create a different version of it, a longer version, a shorter version, etc. We've built all of those capabilities right within the platform at every touch point. The next one is analyze. And again, this personally for me is my favorite feature. You are able to analyze tons and tons and tons of different reviews, different chat conversations, and get succinct summary about what is it that those sessions are saying. As a marketer, I feel that pain daily. I feel it because I see tons of information in my day job. And I'm sure a lot of marketeers sitting in the audience, you guys feel it the same way. This is going to change it. This is going to allow a lot of more time for you to do action or activity on the insights that you glean from that analyze component of a platform. And last but not the least is the recommended part. Like you have all the analysis in the world, you have all the insights. What do you do next? What is that next best action? What you should be doing now is going to change how customers perceive you as a brand. And this is where the BirdAI platform will help you bridge the gap. Now, this is all theory, and I'm sure you guys are ready to jump with me on that magical journey that I promised at the start of this conversation. So let's get on with it and let's see how these products show up in actual environment. For this journey, we will start with Vetco. It's a company with 55 different locations. They provide clinical services and emergency services to vets. And they want to make sure that they provide the best experience to their customers and show up correctly at different touch points to those customers. For this, they hired Danny, a very savvy marketer who has done this in the past, who knows how some of these reputation engagements are managed and catered to. So one of the things that he started off with was he knew that he cannot do it manually. So he brought in BirdEye as a platform. And the first thing that he did with that BirdEye platform is he utilized a feature which is extremely powerful, and it's called the review summary feature. With review summary capability, he went through all 55 locations and he went through the reviews of all of them, and he quickly generated a summarized version of what our customers saying. Now let me pause here for a second, because this is really, really critical. This capability is not just a capability wherein you can throw a bunch of reviews and it'll create a summary out of it. No, you have the ability to hone in on certain specific elements of those summaries. You can filter by location. I only want to look at the reviews of 3 locations. You can actually combine elements wherein you can say, you know what, I only want to look at 3 locations, but I only want to look at negative reviews. You can do all of that. And the power of BirdAI and the summary capability of BirdAI allow you to do that. Very powerful. When he did that within seconds, one of the insights that jumped out on him was that customers were really struggling to find the right office hours, to find the right kind of services at various locations. So that's insightful, that's actionable. The second thing that he did, very similar to the first feature, but now applied to surveys. We call it the survey summarization feature. As a company, Vetco has been doing a lot of surveys where one of the common questions that they ask over the last weeks, months, and years is, what are the first set of things that you as a customer want Vetco to change? There's a lot of text-based feedback available, but going through that and trying to understand what is it trying to say will take days, weeks. With a click of a button, now we are able to generate a lot of these summaries. The survey summaries are right there. You can see, you can go through them, and that's precisely what Danny did. And now Danny has the insight which tells him that one place where the company is really lagging behind is opening up more digital touch points. People can call, but there are hold times. They want website to be better enhanced, to be better able to answer their questions. They want to make sure that chat is more enabled. Now, really meaty problems with some clicks of the button, the BirdAI platform enabled all of this information for Danny. But the challenge now is how do we implement it, right? Typically in a company, and again, I have managed a lot of marketing teams in my past life, one of the challenge that happens in the implementation phase is a lot of these things will take weeks, maybe months. With BirdAI platform, it's a click of a button. That's precisely what Danny did. So the first course of action that he did was he went into Inbox and he corrected the hours and the location information for all 55 locations. You can see it right there. It's simple because all he has to do is click few buttons, update few locations, and boom, all 55 locations have the correct listings. While at it, he also observed that some of the descriptions around some of these locations were way off the mark. Now, people who work with Google, I'm sure all of you, because local businesses, we get a lot of our traffic from Google. Google likes things in a particular way. That's what we call SEO optimize. And a lot of listings were not. So we are passing and we are releasing a feature which is called BirdAI Listing Optimizer, which will allow you to optimize your listings and the description of those listings with a click of a button. That's precisely what Danny does here. And now, lo and behold, all 55 locations have the correct Google optimized, SEO optimized listings. And last but not the least, the website was still a question mark. Now, this is one feature that I'm personally super excited about. This is the feature around creating FAQs from the website content. And the idea over here is the BirdAI platform can actually go through and crawl through your entire website or a subset thereof. You decide, again, you are always in control. You decide what it needs to go through. But after it goes through that content, it can create an FAQ summary for you. You can take all of that FAQ and push it into your chat solution. So BirdAI allows our chat solution to be AI enabled, where all of that contextual information is now inbuilt into the platform. And now if somebody comes in, they can get contextual responses. Now Danny can sit and relax. And let's shift our focus to one of his customers. Jackie was going through a lawn with her dog Skip Sunday evening. She was having a nice time when she suddenly saw the dog started limping. She was concerned. She didn't know what to do here. The main concern was that if something has bitten the dog or there's a fracture or a sprain or something like that, she immediately picked up the phone and called the vet. Sunday evening, the vet was not available. What is the next best thing a rational person will do? You go on Google and you search for emergency vet services near me. That's precisely what she did. She looked for those services. Now, Danny had done his job, and because of that, one of Vetco's locations shows up at the very top of map pack. This is awesome because as humans, we have a tendency to go towards a solution which has the most reviews and the highest rating. That's where Jackie's eyes gravitated towards. And the first thing she did was, yeah, looks like a good company, but she wasn't sure whether this is a company she would want to do business with. As we heard in Jay Baer's session earlier today, the consumers have become far more discerning. They really want to know who they are giving their business to because all of this information is digitally available to every one of them. Jackie was one of those discerning customers. She clicked on the link to read the reviews, and one of the things that really stood out was a lot of those reviews had engagement on them, where Vetco itself was actually answering a ton of those reviews themselves. We heard from Jay earlier today, it is extremely important to respond to your reviews. That's what helped in this case with Jackie. So great job, Jay. I think we saw your solution in action today and it really works. After that information, Jackie was convinced that, yes, I want to give business to this company. So she clicked on the link, went to the website. She went on chat and started vigorously engaging in a chat conversation. Now, this is a highly contextual chat platform. It was able to answer any questions she had around payment options, around insurance, around various symptoms, etc. That was very, very powerful. At the end of the day, the chat platform was able to offer her a link through which she can book an appointment. That's precisely what she did. She clicked on the link, she went to the BirdAI appointment widget, booked an appointment for next morning at 10 o'clock. Now she could relax. As a customer, this local business has done its job for that customer. The customer is happy. She was in an anxious stage, but now she feels she's been taken care of. Next morning, Jackie wakes up and she realizes that Skip is still in pain. The swelling has actually become a little worse. She panics again. One thing that she quickly notices was when she booked the appointment yesterday, there was a text message confirming that appointment that she got on her cell phone. She picks up the cell phone and she responds to the text message saying that, hey, Skip is still in pain. I want to talk right now. The nurse on the other side, the station nurse who was managing the text box at that time, she saw that message and, she didn't have any context about who Jackie or Skip was. Luckily, with BirdAI platform, she could go back to that chat, which happened yesterday night. And now with BirdAI, with a click of a button, she could summarize that entire conversation. This is critical. A lot of businesses out here, I'm sure you guys work in shifts. There are different people who engage with customers at different points. That context switching between one to another person is really enabled through the summarization features so that you don't have to pick up the phone and ask somebody else to figure out what happened with this customer. With a click of a button, as you can see, the entire summary was created, and this nurse knew immediately that this is a dog who has a swelling in the leg, it's painful to the touch, and Jackie is extremely concerned. With that input, she reached out to Jackie and said that, hey, there's availability in terms of appointment. Can you come down? Jackie went there at 8 a.m. She got the dog checked out. Luckily, it was a sprain. They patched the dog well. Everything was good. She went her way. Important thing, she did not stop at the front desk to make payment. Why? Because as soon as her session with the doctor was over, she got a text message with the payment information and she could just tap and click and make the payment on phone, which is precisely what she did. It's extremely seamless. Another thing which is seamless is as soon as she made the payment, Danny had configured the BirdAI solution to immediately request for a review. Now, this is important, right? It is important to really ask for reviews in the moment. When a customer has just been engaged, they are in that right mindset to provide you with the most optimal feedback. And you cannot do it manually. It's just not possible. It's not physically possible. BirdAI platform allows you to automate this entire process by connecting directly to your CRM platform. So you do not have to worry about it. The review request went in, Jackie was in the right frame, she left a glowing response. Now Danny, because he was in the inbox, he immediately got a text message and a message with an inbox which confirmed that, hey, there's a new request that has popped in. Danny went to check, he was extremely happy, but he saw that the review was in Spanish. So he knew that there were 5 stars, he couldn't understand a single word of what she said. He was able to use our platform and the translate feature of our platform to quickly change that Spanish language to English. Not just that, he was able to use the AI platform to type in a quick response. And he was able to then translate that response in Spanish and answer it out. Again, it's all within the platform. You essentially do not have to think a lot. All your focus needs to be more productive and add that extra edge from your side if there are nuances about your brand voice, about your tone that you want to bring into that message. But it triggered a thought in his mind that, hey, this is a very, very strong story that has legs to go viral. So he wanted to create a social post and push it out to all 55 locations. So with a click of a button through a BirdAI social platform, he created a post out of it. Now, this is important because BirdAI Social is the only social platform out there which was built from ground up to answer questions for multi-location businesses. I want to put the same post with some personalization token of my name, of my location, etc., embedded into it so that it looks unique to that location. But from a singular platform, I want to publish it to all my 55 locations. That's what BirdAI platform with social capability allows you to do. With the single click of a button, the post that he had created, he was able to click that button and publish it to all 55 locations. While at it, Danny also realized that Thanksgiving is coming and he needs to work on his Thanksgiving campaign. Now, writer's block again came in, he just didn't know where to start. So he used our AI feature to quickly create a post. He wanted an image to go with it. Again, BirdAI allows you to create images on the fly as well from within the platform. And again, there is no royalty associated with it, so you can create it. He created an image and he combined it with a post and he pushed it out to Facebook on all 55 locations. He tried to do that for Twitter as well, but he ran into an issue wherein there was an error that popped up. What was the error? Well, the tool is intelligent enough to understand that, hey, this post is long enough, is not going to post on Twitter because of keyword limitations. To fix that, all Danny had to do in this particular case was click on a button and shorten the post, which is what precisely was done. And now this post was ready to be scheduled for Twitter. What you see in this entire experience is that Danny was able to do his job in a much productive manner, in a much faster manner than what he would have done otherwise without the access to the platform. This essentially is the power of a BirdAI platform. We have brought in the capabilities from a whole different gamut of use cases into a singular platform. So going back to that slide that I had about the experience, let's start with the AI everywhere. Have shown from reviews to listings to summarization capabilities in chat to surveys to social platform. Every capability of our platform has been empowered and enriched with GenAI. That is the power of AI anywhere, and that's what our solution stands on. Secure. You saw a lot of conversation that happened over chat, both at night with Jackie and also in the morning with the nurse. And in neither of these cases, we are sending this information out for others to use to build their own data models. The information is secure because you own that information. The next is best of breed. Did you even realize that at different steps in that journey, we actually utilize different models? The model that answered that first review summarization was not the same model who actually created the image and was not the same model we generated the social post. This is key and important because we have abstracted away all of the complexity from you. You do not have to worry about any of those things. Why? Because we have highly paid data scientists who are doing this for a living. They do the job for you so that you don't have to worry about it. On the contextual side, there's a lot of context switching that happens throughout this experience, whether it's in the evening to the morning, but also in the posts that we had generated. Those posts were not something that you could go into ChatGPT and type in a prompt that I want a post and create it. It will surely create a post, but it will not be optimized to your use case, to your industry, to your business. That's precisely what we are able to do because we have access to a ton of that information.
And because we have integrated this platform to the core of our infrastructure. And last but not the least is human control. This is at the very essence of it. As you saw at every step in this journey, Danny was always in control. Danny is a marketing manager. It's somebody in this audience who wants to be in control because they are the guardians of their brand and the voice they're in. You do not want any random message to go out. Now, Gen AI has really evolved in the last 6 months, but it hasn't reached a stage where we can put it on autopilot. And we personally believe as a company that combining the power of AI with the objective intellectual and curiosity of human beings can give us the best results. And that's essentially what we stand for. Here's a listing of all the features that we are introducing today to all our customers and prospects. Some of these, you saw it in action in my demo. There's a ton more other sessions which we have scheduled for later in the day, which will dig into each one of these features and allow you to understand the capabilities that are now available to you through the BirdAI platform. So do not miss those. In addition, at the end of the day, we have live office hours wherein you can actually sit with the product experts and understand the nitty-gritty of BirdEye platform in general and BirdAI in particular. So bring in all your tough questions to those sessions. They are standing by. So with that, I want to thank you all for your time today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you so much.